We will now look at the competitor analysis of the shipping industry, which includes financial analysis and business strategy comparison. Stock prices of FedEx versus its major competitors, the first one being UPS. Here you can see FedEx versus DHL. And lastly, FedEx versus TNT Express. On this slide, you can see FedEx versus its three major competitors and see how it compares in the four major financial categories on the left: profit margins, current ratios, return on investment, and year-over-year quarterly revenue growth. We will start with year-over-year quarterly revenue growth. As you can see, FedEx has 3.7, UPS 2.3, DHL 0.6%, and TNT with a negative 5.2%. This negative 5.2% looked very concerning to us, so we decided to look a little deeper into it. What could be going on in the industry that would cause such a large decrease in the market? If you look at TNT stock over the past 3 years, you will see a very large jump in the share prices on February 2012 from $6.34 a share to $10.18, followed by an equally large drop in January 2013 from $8.43 to $4.84 a share. These are significantly large shifts in the market that had been attributed to something going on in the industry. It turns out that in 2012, UPS had planned to buy TNT Express in order to expand their shipping routes in Europe through the acquisition. This led to a sudden rise in the stock prices as people anticipated the merger to be profitable for both sides. The price of the stock remained relatively stable until a decision by the European Commission in January to block the sales to UPS. Right after the announcement, stocks plummeted to the lowest point over the 3-year span. Though FedEx was not involved, it remains equally as important for them to stay up to date on what is going on between their competitors. Had the deal been successful, there would have been a shift in the power as UPS would have gained an entire market that they had previously evaded them. This is why it is vital to not only be thinking about your future strategies, but also be able to adjust and react on the fly for what your competitors are doing or face negative consequences. Competitor performance comparisons in the areas of profit margin, current ratio, return on investment, and year-over-year quarterly revenue growth, FedEx is ahead of all its main competitors in all categories. This shows for the most part that they're doing fairly well in the market. Another key area to look at when comparing you with your competitors is what sort of business strategy that they're using to attract the market. As you can see from the table, most of FedEx's main competitors stick to a differentiated strategy, which means that they are trying to attract new customers by differentiating themselves from the competition through promotions or various variations in service. However, DHL International seems to also implement a cost leadership strategy along with differentiation, which means that they could try and gain customers by providing services for cheaper prices than the other companies. This is something to watch out for, just in case DHL tries to undercut competitors via price reduction. As we take a deeper look into the differentiating business strategies that these companies implemented, we see that United Parcel Service decided to grow their improved e-commerce system to try and gather more presence in the vast online market. DHL decided to go with an implementation strategy of spreading through China and Asia. DHL International also wants to continue being considered a logistics leader in the Chinese market and in other up-and-coming countries.
Their main focus seems to be China. TNT Express has decided that they want to spread through the European market and continue to have a stronghold while also spreading into Brazil and China. We're going to now shift gears from the competitor analysis and take a look at the internal analysis of the FedEx Corporation. Let's start off with looking at the management team versus Frederick W. Smith, CEO and Chairman, Executive Vice President and CFO Alan B. Graff Jr., Co-CEO and Chief Information Officer Robert B. Carter, Executive Vice President, Market Development and Communications T. Michael Glenn, and last but not least, Executive Vice President, General Counsel and Secretary Christine P. Richards. For any organization to be successful, it's vital to have strong upper management making the decisions. You may be asking yourself, what really makes FedEx individual? What really separates it from its competitors? We're going to take a look. One of FedEx's major core competencies is its passion for cutting-edge technology. For instance, FedEx's new Colorado Springs Enterprise Data Center is top-of-the-line progressive technology. It allows FedEx to be more productive and efficient by assessing computer resources even as data expands at 40% per year. By FedEx's constant commitment to sustaining the environment and creating their green data center, they have been able to reduce costs and increase efficiency, which allows them to have a valuable and competitive advantage in the market. FedEx has even recently applied for the LEED, the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design program for energy efficient buildings. FedEx's new enterprise data center located in Colorado Springs is completely self-sufficient and environmentally self-sustaining. In today's era, consumers are looking for more social responsibility from big corporations like FedEx or UPS. FedEx has responded to this by creating environmentally friendly programs and strategies that have helped allow them to better satisfy and serve their customers as well as secure a leading position in the market. FedEx created an outreach strategy titled EarthSmart that allowed them to benefit the planet as well as their customers. EarthSmart consists of a program that installs solar panel fields as hub facilities, build all-electric delivery trucks, and even transport endangered sea turtles to more sustainable breeding grounds. FedEx is also the first global express transport company to offer environmentally sustaining solutions to customers at no charge. This means without tacking on any extra fees with your shipping costs. The new FedEx Carbon Neutral envelope was created by FedEx in partnership with BP Target Neutral in neutralizing the carbon created in shipping the envelopes around the world. The steps that FedEx has taken to ensure the stability and sustainability of the environment has allowed them to create a special relationship with the customer, has led the company essential core competencies that allow them to successfully compete with their competitors in the industry. No matter how good any organization is doing, there's always room to grow. That's why our main problem that we came up with is for FedEx to remain on the forefront of the industry, they must increase their competitive advantages or risk smaller companies or their main competitors becoming stronger key holders in the industry. So we came up with three recommendations that could help solve this problem. Number one was worldwide expansion through organic growth, which would mean just expanding the FedEx brand around the world, getting more branches like in other countries like China, India, and other developing growing markets. Number two would be worldwide expansion through acquisition growth, which would mean purchasing already existing corporations, say like TNT, to gain the European market. And number three is going to be protecting and improving state-of-the-art logistics to help better serve customers and better protect sensitive information. Pros and cons of our three recommendation options. Our final recommendation to management at FedEx is to protect and improve the state-of-the-art logistics. By improving delivery time and ensuring safer security, FedEx will be able to expand its market share by giving everybody the right state of mind with the delivery of their package. A reasoning behind choosing this option over global organic growth and global growth through acquisition are as follows. Expanding into foreign untapped markets present FedEx companies with risks. Foreign markets are untapped for reasons including the following: unfair labor practices, child labor laws, poor work conditions, underpaid workers, pose a threat. Let's go on to the next slide. Only acquisitions can breed contempt and unhappiness within the companies. Acquisitions are often aggressive by nature and can cause unhappiness with the current employees. There can be detrimental differences in cultures between the host country that affect business practices and overall success of the company abroad. Next steps to implement our strategy are as follows. Further invest in security initiatives and disaster recovery plans that can protect FedEx corporations from any future operational disasters. Next, invest in stronger logistics that would ensure customers that their packages would arrive safely and securely while being delivered fast. And maintaining customer security is of the utmost importance in today's society. With identity theft on the rise, people are nervous that their packages could end up in the wrong hands. With investing in stronger logistics would ensure customers that their packages would arrive safe. The ability to track packages could be costly if it fell into the wrong hands. If criminals were able to track the packages of others, they could steal their delivered packages. Providing the reassurance to customers of the safety that they provide could cue another competitive advantage for FedEx. Thank you.